What up, you guys? This is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Dish, and in this video I'm going to be doing my top 10 Abel Ferrara movies. I'm a huge fan of Abel Ferrara's movies, and he's probably my third favorite director after Scorsese and John Carpenter. But yeah, I've seen most of his movies. There's still a few I gotta see, like some of his new stuff, and I haven't seen any of his documentaries. He does a bunch of documentaries these days. So here we go. Here's my top 10 personal favorites. Alright, coming up at number 10 is going to be The Gladiator. This is a made-for-TV movie. I don't have a copy of it yet. This was a pretty cool one about like a black car going around, running into people, and it has weapons on the car and stuff, running people off the road and shit like that. Basically kind of like a slasher movie with a car. And this one guy's brother dies, and now he's the gladiator, and he's kind of like going out looking for drunk drivers to pull over and get revenge on and stuff like that. It's kind of a vigilante movie where the guy's trying to stop drunk drivers and then eventually stop this killer car. It's definitely not his best movie, but for a TV movie, it's pretty cool. So that's number 10, The Gladiator. Coming up at number 9 is one I just watched over the weekend, and I don't have a copy of it yet, but number 9 is going to be The Blackout. I didn't really know how it was going to play out. Like, it started off kind of like very random seeming, but it all tied together. And so this is about an actor who's a drug addict, and he blacks out and then wakes up and starts having like memories of doing terrible stuff. And the whole movie is kind of trying to figure out like what happened. So that's number 9, The Blackout.
You're one of my favorite actors.
Is your name Annie?
That's my name. So nervous. I never get nervous.
You made me have the abortion.
You made me have the abortion.
Alright, coming up at number 8 is going to be The Addiction. And this is with Lily Taylor and also Christopher Walken and Annabella Shoria. I don't know how to say her name, but she's in this. This is marketed as a vampire movie, and it is a vampire movie, but it's more about like people's addiction to evil. Kind of like how far they're willing to go for like selfishness and like draining the blood for themselves at the cost to others and stuff like that. And it kind of puts like world evil into a metaphor of like vampire junkies. Like the vampires kind of start acting like heroin addicts, like when they're going through withdrawals from the blood and stuff like that. Pretty clever movie. It's one I kind of got to rewatch a bunch of times. I saw this back in like 2005 on IFC. Then I picked up the VHS and I rewatched it, and pretty deep movie. Like, this one is actually one of the only ones that has narrations. Like, there's a narrator explaining stuff like a Scorsese movie. And the main characters are philosophy majors in college, so you got all these like philosophical views and stuff like that. So I kind of got to rewatch it to kind of get the whole story, but it was really good. And also it's a 90s like kind of independent movie. Produced by Russell Simmons from Def Jam, and then they did it in black and white and 16mm, so it has a very kind of like Clerks type of vibe to it. Yeah, this one's pretty awesome. Number 8, The Addiction.
Look at me and tell me to go away. Don't ask. Tell me.
Please. Oh, please don't hurt.
You think that's gonna stop me?
Hey, coming up at number 7 is gonna be China Girl. And this is one I picked up even before I knew who Abel Ferrara really was. And I like this movie, sort of like a Romeo and Juliet movie where it's this guy's from the Italian mob and then she's from the Chinese mob. And like Chinatown and Little Italy are kind of like beefing. And also, what's his name? Lo Pan is in this. Yeah, James Hong is in this as the Chinese mobster. He's awesome in this. James Russo, who's like the #1 scumbag actor. He played like the robber in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He's in this. This was produced by Vestron, so it has like a very kind of like Vestron video, Canon video type of vibe to it. And lots of good action scenes in this and stuff in this too. Definitely not like anywhere like philosophical or deep like The Addiction was or anything, but it's pretty awesome. China Girl, number 7.
You boys lost?
Friends of yours, Tony.
Open it. Go ahead.
Come on, motherfucker. Hey, coming up at number 6 is going to be The King of New York. And this is a gangster movie with Christopher Walken and Lawrence Fishburne. Got some other people in this, like Wesley Snipes is in this, David Caruso. And this is a pretty good movie. This is one I liked better when I was in high school. And I rewatched it and I was like, I'm going to take it down one notch because it is a little bit cheesy. But definitely a pretty good movie. Lots of like action and stuff in this. This is more in like the style of like Scarface than like, you know, like Goodfellas or anything like that. I don't think Goodfellas was even made at this point, but definitely more like Scarface than like Mean Streets or something like that. Yeah, Christopher Walken is great in this movie. Lawrence Fishburne's pretty cool in this. Yeah, my favorite scene is actually when Christopher Walken's on the subway and the 3 guys come in and try to rob him. And he pulls a gun, I think, and then he throws them a clip of money. It goes like, "My name is Frank White. If you're looking for work, come find me. I'm in the Plaza Hotel." Number 6, that's The King of New York.
Whoa. How about that? Come by the Plaza Hotel. I got work for you. As for Frank White.
Alright, coming up at number 5 is going to be our Xmas. When I first saw this was actually very low on the list. Like, I didn't like it so much. But rewatching it, I thought it was actually really good. And this one, I actually put it above King of New York just because it is a lot more realistic. It's a pretty slow movie, and it can be kind of boring if you're like expecting an action movie or something. Go for more like King New York. And you know, real life is not anywhere near as exciting as movies. So, and it's actually pretty cool that he like was able to do like a straight up hood movie actually. And this has Drea D'Amato from The Sopranos and Lilo Brancato Jr., who's also in The Sopranos, but he's more known for Bronx Tale. Ice-T is in this, and so I think this is actually a true story. Like, I think they interviewed this guy, he told this true story, and then they turned it into a screenplay. And it's basically just kind of like the story of how they spent their Christmas being kidnapped by drug dealers and stuff like that. Yeah, our Xmas. This one grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but rewatching it, I really liked it.
Look, lady, you ain't got much time. And you better have some real paper for me. You understand?
Oye, mami, ¿qué está pasando? All right, man. I'm gonna get it. Just let me do what I gotta do, okay? Now, I want to talk to my husband. How is he? ¿Qué pasó? This guy comes to the fucking door. He's got my husband's license, everything. He's gonna take him. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know where I'm gonna get the money right. And then Felipe says the fucking tray is a rat.
We'll get the money. We'll get the money.
Hello?
Mírame.
Baby, hello?
¿Quién está?
Baby, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, baby. You okay?
Please do whatever you can, okay? For everybody you can call.
I'm trying, baby. I'm trying. I don't know who to call. Everybody went to Puerto Rico. I don't know who to call.
All right, coming up at number 4 is going to be Fear City. This one is awesome. If you want like a good like New York grimy, almost like Cannon-esque movie, check out Fear City. This has Tom Berenger and this other guy as like these 2 mobsters, and they're running an escort service. And then there's this ninja slasher going around, mutilating strippers and stuff. And Billy D. Williams is the cop, and he's out. He hates the 2 brothers, but he needs their help to try to stop this guy. This one has a lot of action in it. It's got Melanie Griffith in there doing strip scenes. Awesome soundtrack. Yeah, this one is a lot of fun. Fear City, number 4.
How you doing, Matt?
He comes in on Friday night, the best night of the week. What are you trying to do, kill my business?
I'll close your business if you don't keep pussy off the bar.
Ain't a vice cop no more.
Try me. Talk to me, little boy.
Getting your rocks off and homicide out.
You want to tell me about the little girl that got hurt last night? The one that works for you.
A lot of girls work
A lot
for
of
me.
girls work for you. Yeah, I know. Don't rock and roll with me, Rossi. I didn't come in here to get jerked off.
So some girl gets beat up by her mother.
I'm not talking to you, Wop.
Who the fuck are you talking to then?
I'm not talking to you.
Anyway, coming up at number 3 is going to be The Driller Killer. And this one used to be my favorite. It kind of went 2 notches down. So this is much more of like a character study than a slasher movie. If you're expecting a slasher movie, it does have some like slasher scenes, but it's more like about this guy being driven to insanity. You got all this like realistic stuff causing him anxiety, like just people driving him crazy, a band next door playing music till 4 a.m., the 2 people in his life driving him fucking nuts, and he's trying to make it as an artist and he can't like make any money. He's just going berserk. And so when he gets kind of like driven too far over the edge by life, he goes out, he takes a electric drill, like a battery operated electric drill, and drills homeless people. And I think what a lot of people miss is that in the very first scene of this, there's a scene where he's in a church, he's meeting some random homeless guy that had his number. And what people don't pick up on is that's actually his father. And his father was a homeless guy who abandoned him, and now he's kind of like trying to make up, he doesn't want to ever become what his father became. And so that's why he gets like, he specifically drills homeless people, is because he doesn't want to become homeless himself. There's definitely like a lot more going on in this movie than people give it credit for, and you gotta rewatch it like 6 or 7 times like I did to really pick up on it. You gotta pay special attention to the dream sequences and stuff like that. But yeah, that's number 3, The Driller Killer. Alright, coming up at number 2 is The Bad Lieutenant. And if you see this movie, make sure to see the NC-17 version. There is an R-rated version where they cut a bunch of the stuff out and it's not as good. And then also, if you can find it, I think the Laserdisc has the original soundtrack. I don't mind it with the soundtrack that they use on this. They got sued by Led Zeppelin and had to take some of the songs off of this thing. And what I didn't realize is that, like, all those movies, like those bad movies, like Bad Santa, Bad Teacher, Bad Words, all those came from Bad Lieutenant, to my knowledge. This is the first one of those, and this was not a comedy. So Harvey Keitel's this lieutenant, and he's going around smoking crack, shooting heroin, drinking, gambling, everything. He's a total piece of shit. He's going around, he's trying to find, like, redemption in his life. And then the mob is going to kill him for gambling debts. And he has one chance to do something good with his life. So it plays all into like morality and stuff like that. Religious views. Definitely an awesome movie. I love it. The Bad Lieutenant at number 2. And Harvey Keitel absolutely kills this role. So good as the Bad Lieutenant.
You gotta say something! Something! You fucking stand there and you want me to do every fucking thing? Where were you? Where the fuck were you? Where were you? Where the hell were you?
And coming up at number 1 is going to be Miss 45. So this one was actually my second favorite a while back, but rewatching it, I was just like, you know what, this is number 1. This is so good. Everything about this is well done. Music, acting, direction, everything. Writing, And I'm a huge fan of vigilante movies, and not only is this my favorite Abel Ferrara movie, this is actually my second favorite vigilante movie after Death Wish 2 and 3. If you don't know the plot, basically she's a mute. She doesn't speak any words at all. She just kind of like emotes with her face. And the girl that plays Miss 45, Zoe Lund, is excellent. Everything about her performance is great. So she's walking home one day and she actually gets raped. And then she goes back into her apartment and there's another guy. And then she gets raped twice in one day. She kills that guy, takes his gun, chops him up, throws him in the garbage. But yeah, it's kind of like just a descent into madness. And now she's going around killing guys that like make sexual advances on her, shooting them in alleyways and shit. And then she kind of goes a little bit more berserk and she starts killing just like random innocent people and shit. And there's all kinds of crazy shit in this movie. There's this one guy that tells her a whole story about finding his ex-wife cheating on him and stuff, and it's a whole crazy scene. The music is awesome, and I could see like Tarantino actually like getting inspired and influenced by like the style of this movie. And so while it is a vigilante movie, it's also is really not any different than a slasher, because she's going around killing just like innocent people at one point. So it's not too far off from Maniac or anything like that. But yeah, to me this is a perfect grindhouse movie. Miss 45 at number 1.
I was fed up. I had to find out. So I told her I was working late one night, real late. And I hid across the street in an alley behind some garbage cans. She walked down the street a couple of blocks and went into a building, brownstone. I went up and I checked out the buzzers. There was 4 names up there. I didn't recognize none of them. So I tried the door and it was locked. I tried to force it, but it wouldn't give. I tried the side door, the one that they bring the garbage out in. It was open. I went in the back. A dark window. I looked in. It was a candlelight. And I saw her with her arms around another woman. When I got back to our place, I went in the bathroom and brushed my teeth and washed my face. Then I went in the bedroom and changed my shirt. And then I went out in the kitchen and I strangled her cat. Is this some kind of a joke?
And then I got to give an honorable mention to Nicholas St. John, the screenwriter, who did like, he probably wrote like 9 out of 10 of these movies. Very underrated screenwriter. I think him and Ferrara were like the perfect duo. I think they made the perfect movies together. Hey guys, this is Danny B. You're watching the Chash Dish. Let me know your favorite Abel Ferrara movies. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.